Hello, welcome back guys on my channel. So today my video topic is the Wuthering guys predatory practice. Now in a flood of the most active friendly gacha game, most generous gacha game, most deflation gacha game, why am I stating that they are doing a predatory practice, and also why am I editing the predatory name along the Wuthering waves? So before starting this topic, I need to give you a brief discussion about this game. This game was launched back in 2024 and it introduced to us a 50-50 character banner with a PT of 80, and it is a less than 10 PT from the Genshin Impact, and the rate was increased from 0.6 to 0.8 in Wuthering Waves. But the interesting part is they are providing a guaranteed weapon for the limited characters, which is the most interesting part, because if you just somehow get an early character from the character banner, then you can even able to get your favorite character signature weapon in a weapon banner. So isn't that a good thing? So with this kind of positive things, why am I saying this? They are doing a predatory practice. Let's start. So since the Wuthering has launched, they have a really bad reputation when it comes to giving us a good 4-star option and also good standard weapon options. Now in every gacha game, there is a 2 types of option. If you just somehow fail to get your signature weapon, you can even use a 4-star or 5-star options as an alternative one. But in Wuthering's case, they are doing it in a very bad way. The character that released in version 1.0, it was just somehow tolerable with the standard weapon that the game was providing to us. But after the first anniversary, the Wuthering is totally changed its direction. Why am I saying this? Because when the Zani was released, not actually a Zani, Frolova, Agosta, and also the Karthetia, which is the most another anticipated characters in these Wuthering Waves games. Those all the characters require the signature weapon to perform perfectly. Not actually perform perfectly with the signature weapon. Most of the kit are locked behind the signature weapon, which should be available in a character's kit, not in a signature weapon kit. Now another part of it required a dedicated members or required a dedicated partner for that 5-star character to perform perfectly. Without that, they cannot even fully output their max potential. That's another part of it of what Wuthering is doing. But most of the people cannot even agree with me, because they are the white knights of this game. They are the a shield of this game. They don't want to hurt any bad things. All they want to do is just somehow bash the Genshin Impact, lower down the Genshin Impact, and feel the better them. If you are just trying to make it as somehow not going to recognize this kind of problem, then your game will be same situation as the Genshin Impact is right now. Why am I saying this? When the Genshin Impact was released, it has a really good amount of fan base, but the fan base did not want to take any kind of criticism from any other community. What they were doing is just gatekeeping the game. The whole game developer didn't even listen to the community. The way the community take the actions by not playing the game and also playing the Wuthering instead of Genshin Impact, the Genshin Impact started to improving the game. How they improved it? They didn't even added the skip button. I already know that, but after the a 3rd anniversary or 4th anniversary, they're just giving us a free selectors which have not even have a limited characters, but all the previous standard characters, which is a small improvement because the competitor was there, which is a Wuthering Race. But in Wuthering Race case, there was so many issues happening. First one, as I already mentioned, our lack of a 4-star and also 5-star good substitute option, and that substitute option is not even a good one. And the guaranteed weapon is trying to forcefully pull it, because it is actually mostly needed. If I talk about the characters that I already mentioned before, which is the Frolova, Zani, Agosta, Chisa, and also the Karthetia, those characters require the signature weapon. When it comes to the Chisa, her negative status comes from her the signature weapon. If you don't apply her signature weapon onto her, that character cannot even perform perfectly, because her most of the negative status, which is the main kit of her, which is the main playstyle or main damage things coming from her, she cannot even perform the wholly. Another thing of the Karthetia, who is also HP based scaler, there is no other HP option in this game, not even a standard one and not even a 4-star one. She has to be paired with her signature weapon, because only that signature weapon is going to be giving us a huge amount of HP boost, which is the main damage scaling of the Karthetia. Same goes for the Agosta, because Agosta as her eco, who is required to enable a shield option. That shield option is required her, or you can say the lock behind her signature weapon, because that signature weapon is not going to be giving you a sustainable shield, but that sustainable shield helps to apply her the eco to proc the whole passive from her eco. That's the main thing. So as you already know that if you cannot even get the signature weapon, you cannot even perform this character perfectly. Oh, I forgot about the Frolova, who is also required a signature weapon to smoothen her rotation, and when she is basically doing her skill and also other passive types of things, her ultimate is going to be much more faster than ever, and she's not going to be losing her DPS anymore. She also required a dedicated partner, which is the Cantorella, which is I'm going to talk about in really soon. If you are just somehow giving them a standard, or you can say the alternate options, that option is cannot be work perfectly on them, because their whole kit is totally locked behind the signature weapons. So that's a totally signature weapon part. Let's talk about the dedicated partner part. Now when it comes to dedicated partner part, the player base were stating that Genshin Impact did a really dirty things, because in their game they required a dedicated partner to work perfectly. There was a character whose name is a Mavuika, who is a you can say the Archon, who is the most powerful being in this game. So they required a dedicated partner who is a Chitlali and also the Shilonen to work perfectly, because if you don't have her, you cannot even have the max output damage from the Mavuika. So they were just bashing the game back and forth. But when it comes to their game, they just shut their mouth and saying that this is the most friendly gacha game. So if I just called about the dedicated partner, there is so many characters who require the dedicated partner to work perfectly. First one is the Zani. When it comes to the Zani, she required the Phoebe. Phoebe and Zani is the two characters who have the spectrophageal mechanics. Other than the character, no other characters have it. Just expect the rover, and the rover cannot even provide a actual buff for the Zani, who is the main thing coming from the Phoebe. So if the Zani cannot even have a spectrophageal stack, she cannot even do the heavy attack things and also normal attack things what she need to be done in the field. That's another dedicated partner things. If you don't pair with the Phoebe with the Zani, she is dog shit to the core. Same goes for the Frolova. She required a signature weapon to perform perfectly, and also the dedicated partner, which is the Cantorella. Other than that, she is also a dog shit to the core. Same goes for the Carthetia. Now Carthetia, so many people are going to be saying that, hey man, you can see that I can even clear the Tower of Adversity with a solo Carthetia. How are you stating that she required her dedicated partner? Yes, your Carthetia is S2 and S3, and also equipped with a massive signature weapon. But if you don't have a signature weapon, you have to pair her with the Chichiona, who is also a dedicated partner for Carthetia. But in case of the Agosta, she required her signature weapon but does not even require any kind of dedicated partner to work perfectly, but somehow she can get boost if you just use her Yuno on her team. So that's all for the dedicated partner part. Let's talk about another part, which is another predatory practice system. It does not even have a very kind of impact back, because they didn't even apply it broadly. They apply it only a particular character, which is the Agosta. And that part is a time stop mechanics. Now in time stop mechanics, you might be thinking that, oh, what is that thing? It's not even that a big deal. Yes, it is a big deal, because if you are just somehow clearing a content which is a time gated content, you have to clear within a given time. That stop mechanics can be really helpful for you 10 or 12 seconds away from the getting the whole reverse in that end game. If you are just somehow 10 seconds away or 5 seconds away, if the Agosta in that field, she will use the time stop mechanics and clear the content. Isn't that a predatory practice? Because if you have not your Agosta, then you cannot even have this kind of mechanics on your game. Same thing happening. And the way the player base is stating that the Wuthering does not even have a power creep issue, then can you please tell me, Morny and also the Denai, what they are doing? They are the power creeping the whole support character within the 1.5 years of this span of this game. They are just making any DPS can be wheelchair. If you just somehow give those two characters in a single team, they will provide you 98% all types of damage buff, almost 100%. Can you imagine it, how much of a powerful it is? So I guess I'm just ranting a very big much about this game. I know that so many people are going to be disagree with me. So many people are going to be pointing out to me that, what are you trying to say? This is the most friendly gacha game. I don't give a F about them. If it has a problem, state out this problem. Point it out. Because if you don't fix it right now, your game will have the same fate as Genshin Impact has it right now. Every gacha game is same. No other gacha game is FTV for you. If you think it is FTV, it is totally in your mind, because you are just making it FTV for you. So I guess that's all for this video. I hope that if you like it, if you have any comment towards my take, leave a comment on the comment section. See you on the next video. Peace.